We have Brother here who is working on My name is Al Coleman. I'm working on my doctoral degree in electrical engineering. Now, let me take you back to my Intro to Engineering class freshman year. One of the things the professor did to scare you is he'll tell you to look to your left, look to your right. Only one of you are going to make it through. Now, that number isn't actually that high, but according to Wall Street Journal, it's around 40%. With that problem in itself, in addition to the lack of growth in STEM education and applications, it's throwing a real problem here in this country. Now, there are a lot of websites out there that cater towards e-learning and education, such as edX, Khan Academy, or MIT OpenCourseWare. But these courses are more so of, they don't focus on engineering specifically, or they're more course related, or you have like coursework that you have to take. And they kind of teach in the traditional learning styles. Now, I'm a TA here at the school, and one thing I've learned through my experience and research into learning theory is that learning can be broken down into how we perceive and how we process new information. We perceive it by seeing or thinking about it, and we process it by doing or watching. Now, typically, regular educational institutions teach in the STEM field only towards the simulating working thinking style, where they have you watch something and you think about it, but they don't really have that initial feeling or inspiration for it. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the 4 I's of NerdOnyx. We have inspire, inform, innovate, and invent. Now, we are structuring our company to correlate how people actually learn. So, starting off with the initial inspiration, we're going to have a video series called Redefining the Engineer. This is going to repaint the stereotypical nerdy, basement-dwelling, number-crunching engineer. So what we're going to do is have comedy strips and music cardio related to engineering to inspire people and draw them in to want to learn. And we want to have all types of people come in, especially more females, because clearly there aren't enough in engineering. Next, we're going to go into our core learning videos. So these are going to cover all the aspects of engineering, starting off with electrical, because most of us are EPs within our group, but expanding into the other types of engineering as well. Then we're going to go into the experimental project videos. So one thing in engineering is you have to apply what you learn to actually make use of it. So we're going to have practical applications and experiments that people can do that are going to use that knowledge that they learned from the other videos, as well as that initial inspiration that drew them in, to cover this whole innovative new way of thinking about it. Now, one other thing to bring it all in is, I like zombie movies and those survival shows on the Discovery Channel. One thing they don't cover, though, is how things work and how to actually go about doing them. Now, what we want to do is create a video series called Survival Engineering, which is going to use that knowledge that people get from the core videos and the experience that they get from doing the experiments themselves to invent or create new ways to go about creating types of devices using engineering disciplines to apply in that survival scenario kind of thing. Now, sure, the other competition have the video tutorials, the Q&A, all well established, but what they really don't cover is that initial inspiration that we want to do for engineering to bring people in and make them want to learn. And also, we are going to focus on how people actually learn and retain information to teach them in a new way that really isn't done elsewhere. Now, what we need from DifferenceMaker is the initial start money to get the video production. So video cameras, mics, tripods, that kind of thing. What we do at NerdOnyx is we want to sit people down and tell them to look to their left and look to their right. You're all going to be okay. NerdOnyx, learn something new today.